Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is the Coolbmore Driver coming at you. Hey, sorry I've been out for a few days. Been nursing an injured shoulder. It's starting to get better. Um, so I'm looking to be back on the road probably Monday. I'm just going to take a few days to let all that medication that I was taking get out of my system before I put anybody in my vehicle, putting them at risk and putting myself at risk. Not going to happen. But first, before I start the video, I want to send a couple shout outs. First of all, I want to thank everybody who subscribed to my channel. I've only been on YouTube for maybe about 2.5 weeks, and I'm sitting at 30 subscribers already. Awesome. It's mind-blowing, the support. On my way to my first goal of 100 subscribers. So I'm getting there slowly but surely. I'm getting there. So if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please send a like, send a comment, subscribe to my channel. If there's something you wanna see as far as a discussion on the channel, please let me know, and I will do my best to research. If you got questions, I'll do my best to put that video up for you. And that's what it's all about. My channel is all about helping people. Again, because when I started, I didn't know where to go to. I said that on a past video. I didn't know where to go to. So for me, it's about helping people out. Yes, of course, getting my name out there, getting my website out there, all that stuff. But a couple other shout outs I want to send to NoCoRideshares, Gonzo the UZURV guy, Miss Shell. Thank you for just subscribing. You subscribed in the last few days. Thank you. Frank Palmasano. I can't keep a job. That is the name of this gentleman's YouTube page. I can't keep a job. Zimmer Tracks, Baltimore Rideshares. So all these people that I just named, they have a lot of good videos on YouTube talking about rideshare, and it's just awesome. And also, if you're not a member of some of the Uber, Lyft, UZURV Facebook channels, and you have a Facebook account, look it up. Look up these channels and ask to join. The admins are really cool. They pretty much let us do let us talk about what we want to talk about, short of any inappropriate stuff, right? So join these channels. There's a lot of information being put out there. There's a lot of questions that you may have that other people are asking, and that's what it's about. That's how we grow together as ride sharers. We help each other out. What do you think the taxi cab companies are doing? They're doing the same thing. What do you think these bus companies, these other businesses that's not even remotely related to rideshare, they're doing the same things. They're networking. That's why they have all these meetings and things like that, these conferences, because they're networking. They're helping each other grow. So we should be doing the same thing. Especially for those of us who go to the TNC lots at the airports and there's nothing but Uber and Lyft drivers and Via drivers out there. Boom, we shouldn't just be sitting in our cars, especially if we're like number 90 in the queue. We should be getting out our cars and talking to people, right? That's not what this video is about, but I just wanted to put it out there. Maybe we can get some ideas and maybe even get like a little office built, especially for those at any TNC lot. But especially talking to those of us who are at the BWI in Baltimore TNC lot, where we just had like a little tent cover area. We should be able to get something over there where, Lyft and Uber, they should be able to support us, get some type of little office building over there. For it doesn't have to be anything big, but, something where we can sit and chill. We can maybe watch TV, have a couple machines in there, like vending machines and stuff in there, so we can kind of relax. Not just sitting in our cars and come on now. But anyway, getting away from that, the reason for this video is really about I was on the one of the Facebook pages the other day, and I ran across somebody was talking about, hey, what is your craziest Uber or Lyft moment? And I know I mentioned one in a video. In a past video where I was talking about, I picked up a couple college students. It was the video talking about what happens if somebody gets sick in your vehicle or damages your vehicle. So I talked about the 4 college students. that wasn't really the craziest thing that I had, but the craziest thing that I had happen as an Uber driver and Lyft driver is, so for those of you who are familiar with the Pikesville, Maryland area, right before you get on the 695 highway, there's a McDonald's there, and there's a Target across the street. Now, with that Target, in front of that Target, there's a Ramada Inn, and the Ramada Inn is tied into an Olive Garden restaurant, I believe. All right, so I'm out doing ride shares. I get a ping from the McDonald's. I'm doing their Uber Eats Uber Eats delivery. So I get to the McDonald's, pick up the order. It took them about 10, 15 minutes to get the order straight, so I was waiting for a little bit. Get back in my vehicle, start the ride. I'm thinking maybe I'm heading at a minimum, at least a mile down the street, to deliver the food, maybe even 2. Start the ride, Waze pops up, and the first thing Waze says is when I come out and I make the left turn going in the direction that it's telling me to go, it says, in 800 feet, you will arrive. No joke, 800 feet. And I'm saying, are you kidding me? So I'm thinking, maybe I didn't press the start trip on the app, and maybe it's circling me back to the McDonald's. And I'm like, no, that can't be right. So I look down at my GPS again, and sure enough, it's directing me to the delivery location. I will kid you not, it was 800 feet, literally across the street from the McDonald's, and it was to the Ramada Inn Hotel. Seriously. So at first, I'll be honest, I kind of prejudged. I was like, are you kidding me? It can't be at 800 feet, right? So, at first I judged, and then I said, you know what, maybe it's somebody who's disabled, elderly, can't get around too well, so somebody order some food for them. Maybe they did it themselves. So cool. I get out, I get to the hotel, get out my vehicle, got the food with me, and I call the customer because it didn't say what hotel room they were in. So I called them. When they answered the phone, they had this young sounding voice. And I was like, okay, all right. Maybe it's somebody in the room, like taking care of their grandparents, taking care of the elderly, whatever the case may be, right? So I get up to the room, and when the door opens, there's this gentleman in his robe, and as I glance towards the back of the room, there's a young lady in the back in her robe. They couldn't have been more than 25 years old. So my overall question to you, and I want to thank those individuals because, hey, 800 feet, you gave me a minimum of $3.37 for that ride, for that delivery. Hey, I thank you for that $3.37. But to be honest, you probably could have used that $3.37 to get you another burger, get you some chicken McNuggets or something like that, right? But anyway, so my overall question is ride sharing, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate the opportunity to be a ride sharer. I appreciate, because a lot of people now, from what I'm hearing, are getting taken off the ride shares for things that they've done 20 years ago. Honestly, there's a video out there about it, and it's really hitting the social media. So I'm thankful for the opportunity to continue to be a ride sharer despite some of the negativity that's out there. But I'm about, hey, let's, despite the negativity, if you don't want to be an Uber driver, you want to complain, you don't want to be a Lyft driver, you don't want to be you want to complain, hey, that's fine with me. Don't do it. That's more money in my pocket. That's more money for other people who want to do the ride sharing. So my biggest thing right now is ride sharing making people lazy? That is my question. So, you know what? Sound off to the video, sound off in the Facebook, the different Uber channels, Uber and Lyft UZURV channels that are out there. Sound off. I'm just curious. Do you think it's making people, not just Americans, but people in general all over the world, is it making people lazy? Okay? And sound off with your craziest or most unique Uber Lyft via Juno experience. you know, sound off with it. I want to hear what's out there. You know, I've heard a few things. You know, I was sitting at the TNC lot one time, and the guy was telling me he went 20 minutes out just to pick up somebody who went around the corner. There was another message like that on one of the Uber Lyft channels on Facebook. So sound off with this. I'm just curious to see what's out there. What kind of experiences were people are getting. You know, I've heard things from, or actually saw things on where a guy was like, hey, a man and a woman got in the back of a vehicle and they were doing their thing in the back of the vehicle. Hey, wow. The guy that was in the back of the vehicle ended up giving the driver a $100 tip. I'm not hating, congratulating. Hey, if that's what you want to do, and you let them do that in your personal vehicle, that is on you. You do your thing. At the same time, you got to watch that, because if they leave some type of bodily fluid in their vehicle, or they damage your vehicle, you might not be able to make a claim. Especially if the customer tipped you, you accepted the tip, and you didn't tell them to stop or anything, and you know, so you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. Me personally, if somebody get in my vehicle and they start doing that, they either gonna stop or they gonna be walking. I'm just saying, they're gonna call another Uber or Lyft, because it's not happening in my vehicle, especially when I'm dating I'm dating a young lady right now, and I don't need that kind of business in my life. And I'm a father of 2 children. I don't need that example set in my life. So just be careful what you do. But again, sound off. I just want to hear what people have to say. I want to hear what their experiences are. Again, I'm the Coolbmore Driver. My website is still a work in progress. I'm constantly adding, changing things, updating it. It is www.Coolbmore Driver. As always, I'm going to post my codes, my referral codes, my website, my email address, and my YouTube channel. That being said, everybody, be safe out there. Have a great day, and I look forward to getting back on the road on Monday, because you know what? No job, no check, no rent, right? All right, y'all be cool. Have a good one. Coolbmore Driver out.